EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, Watson. Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to keep it here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Watson, he's got the hook up to Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. To throw is Watson, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson being chased out left. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. From the red zone now, Watson flushed out right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. But I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
I can't believe they even let you play.
First carry for Peyton Barber. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. After the sack on 1st down, Watson steps away to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And got his man complete. Lamar Miller, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have retaken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They're going to run for it with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Back to throw. Watson, flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. One man in the backfield. That's Miller. Second and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The first down throw for Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Jameis now on first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. First down, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. On second down and 4, Winston flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flush to his right. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half as they have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 41 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, people, man!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll go again to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On third down, Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They go play action here on first down. And Winston lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he will have a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Check 41. We want this.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 46 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And he's going to go down again. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready? Blue lady. I got one. You go take. You got one.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Jones. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 30 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson finding fouls complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. He's got Fuller. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Check back 45. Check back 45. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the red zone now, Watson eluding the pressure right. Dumps it complete to Miller. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Underneath for Miller. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
45, Mike, 45. Time to go, night.
Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
It finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.